So this is spinal mobility for a healthy back. It's gentle, joint friendly and mostly mat based. So you may need a cushion under your knees to make it a little bit more comfortable for you, but this is one of my favourites. So we are going to start with the spinal mobility. And this is a gentle flow to help your spine move the way it's designed to move through flexion, extension, rotation and side bend. So your back feels looser, lighter and more supportive. Nothing should feel sharp or pinchy. Keep it comfortable, move slowly and let your breath guide the motion. Right, so we're going to take it down onto the mat. First thing that we're going to do is little pelvic tilts again. One of my favourite, they really work into the lumbar region. So carefully coming down onto the mat. We're going to start with a little articulation of the spine. So let's just rock our pelvis backwards and forwards. Just remember those little pointers. So feet are in parallel, feet in line with knees, knees in line with hips. Relax the arms down by the side. We remember neutral spine. Think of the pelvic stability, lifting up through the crown of the head, opening out through the collarbone. Tuck the pelvis under and flex. So we've got extension and flexion. We do a little pelvic tilt, pressing the back down into the mat and then taking the pelvis the opposite way. So think about the pelvis being that bowl of water. We're spilling when we tilt the pelvis, spilling when we tilt the pelvis the opposite way. Keep rocking that pelvis backwards and forwards. Nice little back release. Find that neutral position. Extend your left leg long. Bring your right knee in towards you. Give that leg a nice little squeeze. And then just take your leg across your centre line slightly. Look in the opposite way. Feel that nice extension. Back to centre and change side. Bring the left knee in towards you. Really lengthen through the right leg. And take your leg across your centre line, looking the opposite way. And all the way back to centre. Bring your knees in towards you and just have a couple of little circles going one way. A couple of little circles going the opposite way. And coming up onto all fours into a quadruped position. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Into the cat-cow. So looking up, opening out through the chest. Tucking that pelvis under, dropping the head down, pressing up into the shoulder blades. Taking it the opposite way. And lifting back up into the cat, into the cow, back into the cat. We're going to keep the cat stretch. We're just going to press away from our hands, keeping the cat stretch, feeling that stretch into the lumbar region. Coming all the way up and forwards, feet together, knees are wide, sink back into child's pose. And walk the hands over to the right. Place your left hand on the top of the right hand, pressing into that left elbow and holding. Nice deep inhale. Over to the opposite side. Place the right hand on the top of the left. Hold that stretch. all the way back to center. And then all the way back. We're going to do a spinal rotation move. Two options. So if you are challenged by the flexibility of your hamstrings, you can have a slight bend in your knee, or you can place your legs flat on the floor, just as long as you're sitting nice and tall in your seat bones. So it sounds a bit weird, but I like to spread your butt cheeks out. Extend the arms wide. Actually, let's just place our hands behind our head, because then we're opening out through the chest. Sink the shoulders down. And we just add a little spinal rotation. Back to center. If this feels challenging, just bend your knees slightly. It's not about the flexibility of the hamstrings. We're just giving our back a little bit of TLC, working on the spinal mobility. Back to center, onto the opposite side. Back to center, last one on this side. Onto the opposite side. And all the way back. Back into a quadruped position. From here, we're going to roll our toes under. We're going to lift up into the pike. We're going to walk our hands towards our feet. Soften the knees and we roll up into standing. So we stack the vertebra one by one by one. So we go lower back, middle back, upper back, neck. Let's have a circle of the arms, keep the shoulders down. And we're going to roll down, feeling the articulation of the spine. Chin down towards chest, belly button into spine, soften the knees. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, we come all the way back up again, stacking the vertebra one by one by one. Notice how the pelvis is tucked under. Lower back, middle back, upper back, neck, and a stretch. And that is your spinal mobility.